Hello and welcome to another video. In today's video, we're going to see if we can get the Wheelhorse Raider 9 to start and run. But first, as you can see by the state of the workbench, we need to have a bit of a clear up. We've had a bit of a clear up and already we've got an update for you, which is a bit of a confusing one, but I'll try my best to explain. So, when we put the replacement coil and stator on, the wires went this way and we only connected up 3 of the 4 wires, which were one going to the ignition and a couple of them going back to the rectifier, which is back there behind the steering column. We didn't connect up the kill switch wire because obviously without the half the fuel system on we weren't going to start it and therefore didn't need to stop it. However, we just connected up the kill switch wire, tested to see if it had got a spark, and it didn't spark. So what we did was we traced back this kill switch wire back here, and it leads to this toggle switch on the dash here, which we had noticed before. I just get some of this wiring out the way possibly. Which we had noticed that before, but we didn't really worry about it because it's only got one wire attached to it, so we didn't think much of it. However, what we have just spotted, and it's difficult to see on camera, is there's this tiny wire there, you can just about see it, which leads back to the dashboard, which makes that an earth, which basically activates the kill switch and stops the ignition from working. However, if you flick the switch, then that makes that not an earth, and the engine then sparks. So some previous owner must have modified this to make that how the kill switch works. Now, having worked out that it was this kill switch that was the problem, we switched back on the old original coil and stator, and we just tested it, and that still works. So all the original parts are back on the engine. So the lesson for today's video is, ideally, don't modify your tractor's kill switch and ignition system wiring, or if you're going to, make it obvious or write it down for the next owner to see. The next thing we're going to do is put the front bit of engine cowling back on that covers over the flywheel. Now, to attach this, you need to undo these 3 head bolts, because that's where the top of it attaches, which we did torque these up when we took it off, so that the head wouldn't warp or anything like that. I'm just going to try and undo these. Loosen them up. Then we can put the front engine cowling on. We've got the engine cowling on now, and we've also got this cover on. We think this might be homemade because it was actually quite difficult to get that to actually line up with everything on there. Just as difficult as it was to work out that toggle switch, which was also a modification. But it's on there now and it'll protect it. We've also got the fuel pipe going back through the cover. Next thing to do, we need to put the fuel tank on here, and we discovered that this is the right way to have the clip holding the fuel tank on. And the reason we believed it might have been the other way is because Bolens ones are the other way, so the bolts is on the bottom. However, I'll try and get this in here. we've got the fuel tank back on now and connected up the fuel hose. We've also put this back on and we've left it with the metric bolt on there. Eventually we'll switch that to its imperial, an imperial bolt like it should have. I'll just turn a fuel tap on. We've filled it up with what is becoming a liquid gold. And I'll just check we've got no fuel leaks at the front. Don't see any. So we should be good to try and start it. As it turns out, we do actually have a fuel leak on this, I guess it's a fuel primer, on the bottom of the carburetor. So to see what's wrong with that, we're going to take the fuel bowl off on the bottom of the carburetor. So we've got the carburetor bowl off, and this is the old seal that was on that like primer thingamajigger. And we took that apart and we put a hydraulic seal under there now. So we'll put that back on and see if that does the trick. We're indoors now and it's time for post. We've got 2 bits of mail today. This one, which is from Canada, and I can see the name of it on this side of the letter. And we've also got this one, which we're not sure who it's from. And it's not just addressed to my name, Joseph. It's actually addressed to Garden Tractor Boy. Which obviously the British post system does. I'm not famous enough for them to recognise Garden Tractor Boy and then drop our mail off here. I'm covering up the rest of the address. The only thing we do know about this is the fact that it's come from somewhere here in England because it's got a UK stamp there. First we're going to be opening up the big mystery package. There we go. I've avoided stabbing myself with the scissors. Let's see what's in here. We've got a note and... ooh. Letter opener. Let's see what the note says. Ah, I know who this is from now. This is from one of our friends who Dad used to work with. And he says some very kind things about our videos and the stuff we do out in the workshop. Although, actually quite ironically, as I almost stabbed myself with these scissors, he says that the bit that makes him squeamish is watching us open letters with a variety of unsuitable implements like scissors. So he sent us this letter opener, which is very kind. Thank you very much, Dominic. And this will come in very handy for the next bit of mail. I'm now just going to quickly unbox the letter opener. It doesn't come with instructions, but hopefully I'll be able to understand how to use it. There we go. There we go. Right. And we'll use this for the next letter. This definitely works. Oh, this definitely works a lot better than scissors do. I think I need a bit more practice with the letter opener. I think that'll definitely make it a lot easier than scissors. So let's have a look at what's in here. We have got a note and a couple of stickers, and these are of course from David at RCAF Polar Express. You can see these very nice stickers with his trademark colour scheme on there, yellow and black stripe. And he's got a note on the back of this sticker, and it says, "Bonjour, Joseph. These are my new stickers. Thanks again, and keep up your outstanding teamwork with your dad." So, thank you very much, David, or should I say merci. And he's even signed the back of them by the looks of it. So that's cool. So yeah, thanks again, David, and also Dominic for the letter opener. So make sure to check out Dave's channel at RCAF Polar Express and let him know that Garden Tractor Boy sent you. I'm sure he'll give you a nice welcome. And let's get back to the Raider action outside. So welcome back now. We've decided to make a quick change to our fuel leak solution. We took out the rubber O-ring because we thought that best, bearing in mind we think that might just break down over time, and we prefer this not to just be a temporary fix. So we looked through our carburetor rebuild kits, and we got a fibre washer and put that in there, and that's done the trick now. So let's see if it'll start. We've got some jump leads connected to the battery here. We're not hugely confident that this will start, but we've opened up the workshop door just in case. So let's see how it goes. That started up quickly. Now that started really quickly and actually ran pretty well. Now a couple of things we noticed, there was a knocking sound, however, when you push the clutch down, that went away, so we think that might be the drive belt tensioner or something to do with that. The valves were quite noisy as well, and in at least this place, there might be other places, we're not sure, the head gasket seems to have been leaking. And as expected, it did smoke quite a lot. However, since it actually started and ran pretty well, we are going to put the hood back on, take it off the bench, and see if we can take it for a drive. We've got the Raider off the bench now. As you can see, it's outside. We've got the jump leads connected again, and we'll see if it'll start again, and then we can try driving it off. I was just standing inside for this talky bit because it's a bit windy outside. We're very pleased with how the tractor started and ran. You may have noticed in the video how loud the valves were, which they are incredibly loud, so that's one thing on the to-do list. Another thing is how much it smoked, especially on high revs, and as the tractor warmed up more, it smoked more, which could suggest that oil is getting past the rings. So I think just in general we need to do some more engine investigation on this tractor. However, that is it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed. Thanks for watching, comments welcome, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.